All right, well, that takes us up to the co-main event. Giga Chikadze, Giga kicks Cub Swanson square in the liver, 1 minute, 3 seconds into the first round. Non-event. I had a bet on Cub Swanson here. This is one of my only losses on the night. I had 2 losses, Cub Swanson being one, and Luke Sanders doing Luke Sanders shit early in the night when looking like he's going to finish the fight in the first round. Luke Sanders, I don't know what this guy's deal is. But back to this one, Cub Swanson, I bet him plus 150. I felt like if Cub wouldn't spend as much time in the kickboxing range in this fight, put it into the clinch position, take it to the mat, use some of that high-level jiu-jitsu we know Cub Swanson has, I thought he could be a good test for Giga Chikadze. We never really got to find out. I mean, Giga Chikadze comes in here, the fight starts standing, Giga Chikadze, the kickboxer, goes out here, Cub Swanson spends, I guess, a minute too long in kickboxing range, eats an absolute devastating, pinpoint perfect body kick from Giga Chikadze to the liver. His body shuts down. He can't respond. He can't do anything. When you eat that liver shot, your body, your nervous system says, go fetal. You fall on the ground. He even tries to grab a leg. Bless his heart, Cub Swanson, for trying to power through. He just can't, man. Giga really didn't even want to follow up with shots, but goes, oh, the ref hasn't stopped it. I guess I'll punch this guy in the head a couple times. Yeah, man. Cub Swanson, we just never really got to see him get it going. A minute into the fight, Giga Chikadze lands that shot. Giga Chikadze, though, man, I said if he can get past Cub Swanson, this dude is the real deal. I wish we could have seen him get tested a little more. I wish we could have seen Giga. If we would have seen Giga go out here and just put a beating on Cub Swanson for 3 rounds, I feel like I have a much better read on what Giga Chikadze is capable of, because the dude is 6-0 in the UFC, but we've seen in fights where he has struggled in certain positions. At the same time, he's getting these fights where he's winning very quickly as of late. I wish we could see it. I feel like I just don't know the full story on the skill set of Giga Chikadze. If he doesn't land that liver kick, if you can catch the kick, get him to the ground. He's not very good once he's down there. That was going to be Cub Swanson's path to victory. We just never saw it. Giga Chikadze blows through Cub Swanson. We don't learn much, man. We know Giga Chikadze is a very deadly striker. We know that the Giga kick is for real. At the same time, dude 6-0 in the UFC. How can you continue to doubt this guy? He's on the second best win streak in the division. Giga Chikadze, man, he's looking good. He's looking real good. This is what, like I said, one of the only losing bets I had on the night. I took that plus money on Cub. Man, 1 minute in, smoked finito. Al, what'd you have on this one, dude?
Well, this is unfortunate. I had Chikadze to win by decision, and the way that I came to that was, you look at it. Before this, he had 5 fights in the UFC, 4 of them by decision, and then you look at Cub Swanson. In his past 10 fights, 5 of them were decision wins. So between the 2 of these guys, you're talking about 20 units on the to win by decision prop. So for me, and I kick myself because I talked about it last week where I said, instead of taking a guy to win by decision, I'll take an over and the money line. And I got to tell you, today I stared at this one and I was like, should I do that? And I was like, no, this is the good bet. This is the right bet to make. Chikadze, and it just came down to, Cub Swanson is as tough as they come, and I wasn't handicapping that he was going to kick him in the liver in less than half of the first round. And like I said, Cub Swanson, as tough as they come, like a UFC MMA legend, and he was grimacing like the way that I grimace when I stub my toe walking up the stairs. Like that kick took the life right out of him. And I had Chikadze winning this one by decision. I'm not too happy with the way that it played out, but it is what it is. Chikadze's the real deal. It's just the second stoppage victory for him. Like you said, now 6-0 in the UFC. And then this is interesting. He's turned plus 5.7 units on the money line. So tonight, as a minus 170 favorite, you were kind of paying a little bit of a price, because this guy has been kind of an affordable bet. And he called out Maxwell Holloway, which is just insanity. But
Sheesh.
he also he qualified it by saying, if that doesn't make sense, I'll take Calvin Kattar. And let's be clear, when Calvin Kattar gets done putting his brains back together after what Max did to him, I would love to see Calvin Kattar versus Giga Chikadze. That is a banger. You know what I mean? Like that
I like it a lot.
That is such a good fight, and it might be a little bit too much of a test, but this is the type of fight where I think it's perfect for Kattar because, I think Kattar needs a big step down after the brain scrambling that he got from Holloway. So maybe we can do that in I don't know. Chikadze probably should find another fight before then because, it would probably be October that we see Kattar step back in the octagon. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see, another one of those situations where we might see Chikadze step in a short notice type situation, because if he's waiting out the Calvin Kattar fight, I think he's going to have to wait a little bit. But if I'm Calvin Kattar's camp and I see that, that's the fight I want, because Kattar's a bigger guy. I can't even get into breaking it all down, but I think that's a pretty good fight for Calvin Kattar. And at the same time, I understand why Chikadze would want to fight him. But yeah, that's a hell of a fight. Sign me up, but he's going to have to wait a little bit at least.
Yeah, like you said, man, we need the liquefied brains of Calvin Kattar. They're probably just coming together. They're like Jell-O that's been in the fridge for 2 hours. It needs just a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, I'm totally with you.